My research is concerned with aerial robots, so drones as they're often known. Our particular interest is the use of drones for humanitarian good. So we have a number of international projects where we're flying drones to monitor volcanoes, to deliver humanitarian aid, to look for fires in the Amazon region. And our particular challenge at the moment is to automate drones so that they can fly beyond visual line of sight. I recently was invited to give evidence to a parliamentary committee. I found that on one level to be just a fascinating experience to engage with politicians. And it was also inevitably a really good networking opportunity. So I met people that I normally wouldn't come across to be able to exchange views. And in some respects, it's perhaps the most important thing that academics end up doing, which is to talk to politicians and ministers to influence future laws and legal procedures connected with their discipline. In the case of aerial robotics, it's really important that we influence the rules that are coming down the road, because the regulators have enormous power to influence how quickly our technology gets applied and turned into useful outputs to humanity. One of the outcomes from the recent involvement with Parliament was meeting other fellow panel members, and over coffee afterwards we had a discussion, and that's turned into a research idea called Seed Pod, where we're going to develop tools that will be useful to policymakers to identify risks and how legislation will directly affect the operation of aerial robots in the UK. My advice to people that are thinking about getting involved in public engagement, and particularly ministers and politicians, is that really for academics it's a vital part of the job. We are all under pressure to write about impact and demonstrate that our very expensive research has impact, and it's one of the most important areas of impact to ensure that we end up with sensible legislation and inform politicians who are often not experts in our fields about priorities and where the future priorities lie. My advice to academics in general, and particularly our younger colleagues, is to engage with the process. It's rewarding, and it's an area of impact that we all need to engage in.